Hello, Taurus. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. This could be current. Others of you, this may be a situationship that you're in. So this is the first person comes to mind. And if you don't know who this person is, it could be somebody from your past who is thinking about you. If that is the case, you may not resonate with this specific reading. It is a general reading, a general love reading. My method of reading is quite different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Very interesting. I know there's different temperatures in the world, but spring, those of us who will be experiencing spring, this person feels as if there's a breath of fresh air coming in, this breeze. They're feeling that things are no longer going to be the same because they are not going to keep it the same. You have some really beautiful, bright and happy cards here. I'm so happy to see this. It's so rare to see this. We have here energy followed by pleasure, laughter, doubt, mystery, illusion, surrender, sensuality. And then we have growth under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Taurus, the connection that I have with you, I feel, is very spiritual. It's as if all of my chakra centers come to life and they start twirling. The intensity is a lot when I'm with you and when I think about you. But somehow I feel as though you and I are connected on a spiritual level. In you, I have found someone that really provides me and gives me a lot of pleasure. This pleasure that I feel, it's physical but also spiritual. And yet I hide it. I don't really express this to you. I also feel a lot of pleasure in this connection because I feel as though you are, and I would like you to be, my best friend. You know what makes me laugh. You know what makes my heart happy. You know what makes me tick. There's so many things about you that I sometimes overlook. But I see the truth. I see you. I like what I see. And I want that happiness, that joy, prosperity, and freedom in my life. But certain things have happened that prevent me from even wishing for something like this. There is a part of me that really feels nervous, upset, anxious. How am I supposed to connect with you? How do I open up this conversation? I don't know. Something strange has happened, and it doesn't stop, this feeling. I've started to realize that the connection that I have with you is a spiritual connection. But it runs much deeper. It's not just that we're connected, it's that we've actually had a past together. I feel as if you and I have known each other in a past life. I feel comfortable with you. And I question the heavens, why is it that you are in my life now? Why not before? Why not long ago? Or why not far into the future? Why now? When I think about you, I feel as if I know you. There's something about you that's so familiar. I can feel your presence even though you're not there. And I can smell your scent even though you are not there. In my dreams, everything seems so real. It is very beautiful. I do feel that in this connection, no matter where I am, no matter where I go, there's this bond that exists. This bond, I am unable to move forward. I do not move forward because I'm afraid. The feelings and emotions that I have, they are so intense. It's hard for me to not be wound up with it. And yet, even if I feel this intense spiritual connection with you, I keep my distance. The distance that I keep, it really does push us apart. But a part of me is very embarrassed. A part of me not only is shy, but I just don't know how to connect with you. Because of the things that I have said and done, and for the things that I never did, that I should have done. I hide behind a veil, I hide behind a false mask, and I pretend as if I don't care. I pretend as if I am emotionally detached. But the truth is, I am quite attached. And I do want you. I desire you greatly. There's a part of me that feels as if I belong to you and you belong to me. You have no idea because I don't express this to you, but your wish is my command. I have surrendered myself to you. If you lead the way, I will follow. I have surrendered my mind, my heart, my body to you. You are someone who is very sensual. It's hard for me not to think about you in that way. You're very gorgeous. Everything about you, the sound of your voice, your scent, your touch, the way you walk. I enjoy all of that. Every movement, I enjoy it. I also feel that in this connection, there is this sense of growth. I want to grow in this connection and get to know you more. I feel that in this connection, things really started off fast and sudden. But it shouldn't have been like that. Going forward, I want to have some time with you where I can get to know you more. Get to know the real you. What things were like before a long time ago. So many things I want to learn. I have so much to give, and yet I keep it to myself. I want to know what you were like when you were young. What were your fears? What happened? And I even want to know about you far into the future. I just want to get to know you more. Because everything that happened very fast. And I want to take a step back and slow down and savor each moment and enjoy each moment and grow organically with you. That is what I want to do. All right, Taurus. Very interesting. Your person of interest here is hiding their feelings and emotions, and yet they really want to be with you because they feel a spiritual connection. I'm going to talk a little bit about this card. This is a huge card. For those of you that are looking at this reading, this could be vice versa. Your energy, you may be mirroring each other. So some of you are mirroring each other. Some of your energy is so similar that it just keeps circulating between you and that other individual. It doesn't matter what the distance is. It doesn't matter at all. It's strange, but I sometimes in my personal readings, I give this example where I was looking at this individual that was in Dublin. There was a man in Dublin, and there was a woman in Australia, and I'm sitting here in Toronto, Canada. How is it that within a split second, I'm able to get into his energy and hers? And they're across the world. You know what I mean? Right? If I can get into their energy, then when you think of somebody, it's just the speed of thought. I had to do research on that. I had to look it up. Like, how do I do this? This is not something I do. My day job is completely different. Yeah, so it's really interesting. It doesn't matter, guys, where you are. It doesn't matter what you're doing. But when the connection is there, I know some of you can feel it. Cross-watcher, you can probably feel it too. When you're sad, they're sad. When you're happy, all of a sudden somebody's happy and they're just in a jolly mood. This is someone who is your twin flame or your soulmate or your karmic partner. These are very intense connections. The most intense I've ever seen. Personally experienced it too, on many levels. And there's a lot that goes on in this type of a connection. That is a past life connection. A small portion of you that have gotten some readings, very, very tiny, literally like 1%. I've done future readings where you are not actually a couple in the past life, but you are going to be a couple 100 or 200 or 300 years from now. The farthest I've gone, I think, is around 300 or 400 years. The world looks really different then. Really weird. Not so great. What I see here is the connection between the both of you. It's difficult for one person here to let go. Letting go is extremely difficult. And obsession is also starting to kick in, where it's like you wake up, you go to work, you come back home, you sleep, but throughout that entire time, you're thinking about your person. While we are thinking about the other individual, those thoughts, they come and go, and your other person can feel this. For this, some of you may want to research and have a look some more. I have some resources for you. That is on Asnointia Audio. That is my other channel on YouTube. Absolutely free from beginning to end. The videos are free. It's just for your knowledge. There are some on spiritual connections, and I also have some on relationships, just plain old relationships, worldly relationships. And I also have one on negative energies. But what I'd like to focus this one on is past life and spiritual connections. That's one of my videos. You also had the sensuality card, didn't you? I have a video called Sensually Intense Spiritual Connections. Yeah, because it's through the roof. It's like you're with a partner or you're married and all of a sudden somebody else comes into your life and you wonder, where have you been all my life? It's the weirdest thing. Once you guys have a look at some of those videos that I have, it's all going to make sense. And you'll realize you're not alone. No, you're not losing your mind. A lot of people, they ask me like, am I losing my mind? No, you're not. Nope. This is metaphysical. This is a pseudoscience, right? These things can only be felt. Only the feelings and emotions come through. And once you experience it, once 100 people experience it, once 1,000 people experience it, there is something there and you just can't put your finger on it, but you know what's happening. Right? So this does exist. For some of you, you will have a look at those videos and you'll realize that, you know what, I'm not alone. This is very common. And it's actually more common these days in the era that we're in, because there's more of this feeling of wanting to be enlightened. And when somebody like this comes into your life, it's a very, very difficult period in your life because you're reevaluating who you are, your beliefs, you become more religious, you become more spiritual. This is the kind of reaction that you have from somebody that enters your life that you have a spiritual connection with. I also do past life readings. If some of you are interested, just have a look on my website. If it's not open right now, sometimes I get a little overwhelmed that there's just a lot. There's a lot to do. But do have a look. If the option is open for a past life reading, feel free to place an order. If not, you can always email me and I'll put you on the waiting list. All right. Let's have a look. Here we have the Lover's Path Tarot. Oh my gosh. Temptation. That is a very naughty, naughty card. Temptation, we have the Three of Staffs. So this is for those of you who are new. If you don't know, this is a deck that I look into to see what happened in the past. So I go a little bit into the past just to see in this connection what truly happened. Things may have been really great and then all of a sudden everything just went crumbling downhill. You had the tower moment. This is for those of you that wanted closure but it didn't happen. The person ghosted you. There's a lot of distance between the both of you now. Person may have taken you for granted and they're just not communicating with you as much as they used to. So this is something that was in the past. The first set of cards that I just did, that was the present. That was the current status. And these cards I read in the reverse. Starting with Temptation. This talks about inner turmoil and obsession. Did I not just use that word a while ago? Yes, obsession. Tempted by forces one cannot control. Obsession in the form of envy and having great sensual desires. The need to be controlling. But then things changed also. Now your person of interest actually wants freedom from this kind of temptation. They want to experience the envy of others. And they want to finally transform this weakness that they think, where the temptation exists. They consider it a weakness. They want to transform this weakness into a strength. Now, how do you do that? That's not easy. It is so difficult to do that. When you're tempted by somebody and you have this, like you just can't help it. They're just absolutely hot as hell, sexy, and you just want to, you know what. And how can you just think, no, that's going to be my strength? It's not impossible. Yogis do it all the time. But it's difficult, okay? It's not going to be easy, but it's not impossible. So, yes, this person wants to turn this weakness into a strength. But even in between, if there is a middle ground that one could find, that is still healthy. We do not want people to be obsessed, right? Especially when it comes to sensuality and things like that. You had the sensuality card, remember? And here it talks about sensual desires, doesn't it? So it's very much similar to what you had before, the first set of cards, and that feeling that resides in this person has not changed. The only thing I'm seeing now in this person, which is great, now you have the spiritual, now you have the physical. Where is the emotional? It is coming there. Yes, it will come. The emotional will come as well, and you got all three, and that's an excellent combo. We also have here the Three of Staves. Three of Staves. We have here this person may have had ambitious plans in the beginning, but the problem is they may not have been grounded in reality. They were not logical. They were not practical. They were not grounded in reality at all. And because of that, how could you move on with a person like that? Fantasy. This person felt that there were frustrating delays, but why were there frustrating delays? Because the person didn't plan properly. This person was like all talk and no, I don't know what you call it. All talk and no game. I don't know what you call it. There's that phrase, right? But what I see here, all talk and no action, maybe that's what it is. This person was very, very into you in terms of the lustful part, the passion part, a lot of physical feelings that they had here. And they find it very difficult because they feel they're somehow spiritually connected to you. So they can't actually let go or cut the cord. It's like going to a Wi-Fi connection somewhere and just going in the air and cutting it with scissors. No, that doesn't work like that, right? You can't cut those vibrations and those airwaves. You can't do that. So what this person now is feeling, that they want to wait for something. They wanted to plan something. But their mind wasn't really in it. Because their mind was very much in naughty business. That's what it was. Sometimes, this person could even be addicted to you. It's like an addiction. This does talk about addiction also, sexual addiction. For a small portion of you, hopefully not. But when you have a distraction like this, right? It's very difficult to get out of that bubble. I'm talking about people that actually have these issues. It's very difficult to get out of the bubble and to actually think practically and see the world. Delusion. I'm getting the word delusion. Delusion and deception. This person was almost delusional because they were not making real plans. They were fantasies. Just like this was an amazing fantasy that just came true. They just can't believe it. It's so good. I'm just going to stay in this state, and you know what? I'll just make plans, but I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm just going to make them. They weren't built in reality. Your person here, they need to appreciate you more and not just see you as an object. The day they do that, they will actually start to make real plans that are built in reality and not just fantasy. The fantasy that they have had with you, they thought that at some point in time in their brain, they thought that was real. And so they're just going along thinking, yeah, that life is going to be like this for the rest of my days. No, that's not how life works. Right? So hopefully your person of interest is going to change, but it is going to take a while. You don't change yourself though. You're doing a great job. You're very tempting, which is nice. There's no reason for you to change. Keep doing what you're doing. It's up to your person of interest here. They have to change a little bit and adjust and learn and grow. Here we have the Beginner's Tarot. All right. Wanting to move on, but being a little stubborn. Not wanting to let go of a few things and then realizing, good God, what did I do? This is any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest has. Holy moly, I don't think I've ever seen any of these cards in this kind of fashion where they're very dark and very sad kind of cards, but this is your person of interest, and it's very important to see the dark and the sad in order to understand what is light, what is happiness, right? You have to go through that. Everybody has to go through that. Here we have Six of Swords. Your person of interest wants to move forward. They want to move on. They're kind of sick and tired with what's happening. They want things to change. When this change comes, they want it to be something that is fresh, a new perspective, a new idea, wanting to move on from the mundane, the situation that keeps reoccurring, wanting to have a fresh start. However, you can only have a fresh start when you yourself change. Everything around you is not just going to change. You have to change yourself too. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. This person doesn't want to change. They want to move on, but no, they don't want to change. Why? Because their belief system, whatever they believe in it hardcore. Like, they believe in it so badly that they will not budge. They will not make a move. They will not change their way. Transformation, a lack of transformation. They're not transforming into what needs to be in order to move forward in this connection. But wait, they're getting there. Don't worry. You got the Hermit card. Excellent job. Hermit card. Cross-watcher. Good job. We have here, this person doesn't want to change. They still want to have their ways. There's a little bit of ego-oriented self-interest, self-esteem, but it's all based on ego and pride. A part of them wants to keep you the way things have been because they like it that way. But then also they don't want to really change things either. And yet in the beginning here, they're trying to move on. Isn't that weird? And then they think, oh my God, I can't do this. They have Nine of Swords. What have I done? Why can't I sleep at night? Why do I feel so guilty? Why do things not feel right for me? This calls for fear, psychic disturbances. It causes worries that keep one awake at night. Doubts, fears. There's a whole lot of things now happening because now they're thinking about the karma. They're thinking about the karma, that all of the things that they have done, how bad is it really going to be? They're thinking about it, and that's a good thing. And then we have the great old Hermit. Excellent. Yes, the Hermit is very much needed. It's an excellent card to have. It's a good card to have, even though it's a little dark, but it shows that there is going to be light in the future. Because your person of interest now has given up. They've tried to move on. They can't really, and they can't think straight. And now they're thinking, you know what? Let me just become a hermit for a while and think about life, contemplate my life. Your person of interest is going to be very much alone. They're forcing themselves into isolation, self-contemplation, introspection, keeping themselves distant from the world and detached in order to regain balance by not being distracted by worldly things, worldly problems, worldly people. So this individual is going to be very quiet. They may not talk to you. They may not even talk to the people around them much because they have something constantly on their mind which bothers them at night. And that is you. It is the way they treated you and how they want to fix this now going forward. It's amazing. It's good. It's great. I love it because after the Hermit usually comes grief. Then we have, Grief comes here, and then after that we have the Hermit. After the Hermit, we get a little bit of encouragement, and then we get wisdom. From the wisdom, then we end up getting strength. From the strength, then we get the courage to actually reach out to you. However, this person is right now in the early stages because there's so much that has happened in their life, the way they've treated you. They know that it's not going to be easy. They're going to have to change, not their ways, but they're going to have to change their mindset. Like their entire brain, like rewire it. Because the way they've been thinking is not right when it comes to the connection with you. I'm getting wit and wisdom. They lack wit and wisdom, and they need to gain that wisdom, and that wisdom usually comes right after the Hermit. We also have here the Four of Cups. Excellent. This person knows in their heart that they do desire you, but they also realize now that they have been missing those opportunities. And it's that kind of feeling that's pumping them up to, you know what? I got to do this. I got to be that hermit. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to do it. So all of the bad things that are happening in this person's life that they think are bad, that they think are disadvantageous for them, okay, you guys know what I'm trying to say. Disadvantageous. I'm going to say it like that, even though I think I'm saying it wrong. They feel that it's their turn to try to fix things. Because before, they really ruined whatever you guys had. And a part of them emotionally, because it's a Four of Cups, emotionally they feel that there could be a reunion, but they're not really looking at it. There could be a uniting the both of you. Again, any type of offer that came or that is, they were very bored, they're very depressed in a way, and they're not really looking at any opportunities that are coming to them. This is right now the overall arching theme. But what are they going to do about it? They're going to try to move on. They're being a little stubborn. They're still thinking at night, what am I doing? Finally, the really, really great card here is the Hermit card, because then that's the card where it's like this person's going to school. It's kind of like that. Internally, they're going to school, and they're going to teach themselves a few things about life. Why did I treat my Taurus like this? How can I treat them better? Why am I like this? What are the reasons, and how do I fix this? How do I fix the situation? That's what they're going to be thinking, and that's beautiful. That's what you want. That's what anybody wants. All right, let's have a look. Is this person going to take any action towards you? Actions, plans, intentions. I don't see any action towards you right now, but they are taking action in their own life to fix themselves first before they even come to you. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. All right, these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Let's see what they have to say to Taurus. Recovery. Yikes. First card's the strongest. That usually talks about how in this connection, a lot has happened and there's been a lot of heartache and pain. And because it's also a spiritual connection, it becomes extremely intense. It actually does have an effect on a person's mind, body, spirit, and your soul. A recovery doesn't have to just be the physical. It could be part of your mind, your body, your spirit, and your soul. All of those things make up who you are. So try to take care of them. Pay attention to them more. All right. Here we have recovery. First card's the strongest. It does talk about how in this connection it is very important to be able to heal oneself. That's the first card. First card's the strongest, and that also means that the angels are worried and they want you to heal first. Health is wealth, health is happiness. There's certain things that you want to do regarding this connection, but the priority is not there. Right now is not the right time. There will be the perfect time when things will happen. That's in divine timing. Remember, your person of interest is quite different right now. They need to change. And that hermit mode is going to take some time. You can't rush that, which is why it's going to happen in divine timing. They are saying here to meditate or pray. Meditation will bring answers. Even prayer will bring answers. This is to the divine. This is the holy light of God, the one almighty that we call in the universe. Here we also have be assertive. Okay, so some of you may have been in a situation where you're just bending over backwards and doing whatever it is your person of interest wants you to do or wants you to be. And one of the issues here is that when you do that, there's a lack of self-esteem. There's a worry that if I don't do this, then this person's going to leave me. They're telling you here to, when things start to get better, let this person know what you're comfortable with. Let them know what you're not comfortable with. What are your boundaries? Keep healthy boundaries. Set healthy boundaries, because I've seen boundaries actually make people respect you more. So you want that level of respect. You want to grow, right? Get to know the person. You have to have those boundaries. Here we also have, once again, trust in the divine. So first it's meditate or pray. Then we have trust in the divine, and the divine here is the one true source of the universe, who we call God. Pure white holy light. Always remember to call the light holy. The last card we have here is helpful people. So it does appear that meditation brings answers. So some of you are seeking answers to some questions. And maybe a small portion of you, I'm getting the word minority. You may end up talking to some friends. This could be 2 to 3 people. I'm seeing the number 2, 3. 2 to 3 people who are trustworthy. People that you know, people that you trust, people that you know that are not jealous of you. Get some advice from them, because they will have some type of information that's going to actually bring you answers as well. It's going to help you. And don't talk to too many people. It's better not to, actually. It just gets worse if it's too many people involved. The overall arching theme here is remain positive. So there's a lot of feelings of negativity, a lot of nasty things that have happened in this connection, and it's very intense. So it's important to stay positive. By staying positive, you have to be near positive people and not negative people. Your environment also needs to be very positive. It's difficult to be positive when you are living in a negative environment. That's not possible, is it? You can try your best, and maybe 50 to 70% you'll be there, but the rest, that's going to be a struggle, because other people's negative energy can jump onto you like fleas, like little ticks that jump from one to the other. They find that you are a tastier treat if you are depressed, sad, upset. Have a look on my other channel, Asnointia Audio, at that negative energy video that I have. What and who are negative energies? Jinns, demons, evil spirits. What are they? How to recognize and how to remove. So yes, you can remove this stuff. Have a look at my website, www.asnointia.com. I love getting rid of negative energies. It's like my passion. Why? Because I've been through it for too many years. So I decided to create a few things, and I'm so happy around the world people do find a difference. They actually are able to remove these negative energies, and there's more positivity. The air around them feels lighter, feels better. Certain things that are owed to you karmically will come to you. Anything that was written in your book of life originally will come to you. But they can only come if you have positive energy around you that allows it and helps it to come. Because you may have positive energy, but you may have negative energies around you that outnumber the positive. And when I say energies, I actually mean entities, because this stuff is real. It actually exists. So have a look at some of my packages. One is for this and this one, I would say. The chakra checkup package. Have a look at that, read through it, and that will help many of you fix what's inside. of your body, which is actually your chakra centers, around your aura, and in your home. So I do have the ability of remotely viewing your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers, to see how many negative energies you have, what type you have, and then I teach you how to get rid of them. So that is the chakra checkup. However, some of you simply might just want to get the Holy Light package, which is a self-help guide. Along with that, I would recommend that you get the Water Wellness package, especially if you have this type of a situation. Water Wellness package is to teach you how to create holy water. There's many ways of creating holy water, but that is my technique. And I also get that information from Angel Fakil, my angel guide. So she's given me a little bit of tips here and there, but the rest of it's all me. All right, guys, you all take care. Stay safe. Let me know if any of this has resonated. It's a very detailed and unique reading. I do feel that. And hopefully many of you have resonated, and try to just be patient. Patience is a virtue, but in the meantime, don't just wait for this person. Work on yourself. Be assertive. Know who you are and what you want. Know what you don't want. And take care of yourself, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. All right. You all take care. Stay safe. Bye now.